Hi, welcome everybody to RVT. This is RVT. She's Video Tube. I want to talk about this movie we just saw around here. It's for Britain, Great Britain. You know, baby, you want me to come on the air and talk about it, so that's what we're going to do. I'm doing it on the air. Now this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Alright, we're going to review this on the air. We decided to do this on the air, review this on the air. First of all, where is I can't find this, wait a minute here. It's a lot of Bitter Harvest. Look at this shit. Where's the one we just saw? Where's that one? The one we just saw. Let me turn this on. This is it right here. First of all, this movie right here, Bitter Harvest, with Janet Monroe. Is it Janet? Yeah, Janet Monroe. I disagree with that. You know, Britain could get way out of hand. I know that it's. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. I know it was a book. Janet Monroe did an outstanding performance in it. Outstanding performance. But I disagree with it. Okay? It's bullshit. And I'm offended. I'm offended. Now this is why I'm offended by this movie. This is why I'm offended by it. Because it's from 1963. It's a 1963 movie. And I'm offended by it because I don't like the message that it's giving out. I don't like the message that it's handing out in this movie compared to other movies of retro movies. I'm not saying that this doesn't happen. I'm not saying that well, right, that's the point. I'm not saying that this doesn't take place. That's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is they're saying that I just don't fucking like this shit. It really gets under my skin. It really gets under my skin. This movie really got under my skin. Got under my skin. It got under our skin. I'm talking halfway through it. I'm talking because okay. The movie centers around. It's about well, I tell you what. 1963. Bitter Harvest. I'll tell you what I'll let y'all know. I want y'all to hear this. We want to come on the air and rant about this. I totally disagree with it. I'm not gonna say he's on the verge of stereotyping. I'm not gonna say that. But it's definitely a message here that they gave out in 1963 in Britain. I don't know if a movie like this will be in America. I don't know. It says, well, anyway, it's a drama. And it says, a pretty young woman will do anything to escape her deadly dull existence in the back lots of Wales. But when she reaches the bright lights of London, is the price too high? And the person that wrote it is Patrick Hamilton. And there was a novel, 20,000 Streets Under the Sky. And Ted Willard, the screenplay. And it stars Janet Monroe, John Stride, and Alan Badel. I totally disagree with this movie. I'm insulted. We're insulted. You're insulted because you wanted me to come on and vent this shit. And I'm going to come on and vent it. I disagree with it because the message is portraying here is saying that because you're a dreamer, because you long for something in life. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody because it's on YouTube. Anybody want to watch it? Okay, it's online if anybody wants to see this. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's portraying that because you long for something different, you're going to meet a bitter end, some kind of retribution, or something that you're going to suffer or whatever like that, or you got consequences to pay. In other words, you can't say that because you long for a better life that your life gonna be fucked when you go out there in the world. If you choose to go out there in the world, who's to say that things gonna wind up the way it wind up for her? Who's to say that? And they're portraying in this fucking movie that it's guaranteed to happen just because you think a certain way. You know, just because you think a certain way or you are a certain way. First of all, it's stereotype. It's men out there that's like her. I'm not saying that men can't be sensitive, or a man is a homosexual, or a man is a transvestite, or whatever things they have now, these trans, whatever. I'm not saying it, but men are sensitive too, just like that. I'm talking exactly like her. Exactly like her. Exactly like her. Exactly like Janet Monroe. There's men that's sensitive exactly like her. And they go out here in the world and that dreams and wants something, reaching for something, wants something else, then it's bullshit. But the way it is portrayed in this movie, she's unhappy for no reason. It's like, see, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it for nobody who wants to see this shit. And I do mean this shit. I love the movie, don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying, it's a fucking good movie. I'm not saying it's not a good movie, but I want to come on here ramming and shit. But I just don't like what Britain did. I don't like this British bullshit from 1963. I disagree with it. And it's just not fucking cool. It's not a cool thing to do. It's not. What kind of fucking movie is that? Why would you say that because a person is sensitive, or a person that's feeble-minded? It's nothing wrong with being feeble-minded. There's survivors out here that's like her, that keeps on, you know, with a success or whatever. They didn't have to portray this on screen like this. Then that is, you know, because see, let me tell you something about motherfuckers. Because you will meet a motherfucker. Don't think just because they happy with you, dude. Like what happened in this movie, at the end of this movie, what happened? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, they gonna go right with somebody else. They gonna just go and live their life, man. You ain't no fucking body. I don't care how much somebody say I'm into you, or I love, dude, they can find somebody else to take your fucking place. They can find somebody else to take your place. And this Rick Astley bullshit, this Rick Astley asshole. Went and scare her off and did his thing. And she landed up there looking stupid. I just don't like what Britain did in this fucking movie. I don't like how they handle. I don't know. And see, American. I don't think America will make a movie. I don't know. They won't make a movie like this, 1963. This is an independent movie, so you know they don't give a fuck. I mean, they're gonna put shit on it. It's art. Don't get me wrong. It's straight art in this movie. It's straight art. But you're betraying something that's bullshit. Just because somebody's like that, they don't end up that's what I'm saying. They don't end up like her. And what happened to her? Women fuck their way to the top. I understand. So women got suck a dick or two to get on top. Let's keep shit real. Okay? Let's keep shit real. I'm a man. Let me talk about it. I'm a man. I've been through situations where I had to fuck around with a woman and get what I want. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a good looking person. So I've been through that. Okay. So I understand how she, that's not the point. You gotta do what you gotta do to get what's yours. If I had to fuck, I had to fuck. If I had to eat some pussy or she had to suck my thing to get what I want, okay, I did it. Okay, no big deal. I got what I want. Women do the same thing. Women go through the same thing. But you're betraying, okay, how can I say this without spoiling this movie, just in case somebody wants to see it? The guy, the man, what's his name? John Stride. I think his name is John Stride in this movie. He portrayed himself well as being a sensitive man. And that's what I like. It wasn't real man dominant in his movie. It was men walking around sniffing women. Don't get me wrong. It was men walking around sniffing women saying, hey, I want to, all through. It's like a Playboy. It's like a real life Playboy magazine, those little cartoon things in Playboy magazine. Yeah, this movie is like a real life one of them. No doubt about it. That's how it started out. That kind of thing back in the 1960s before the sexual revolution. So, okay, they like a real life Playboy magazine motherfucking shit. They walk around with pointy noses and shit around women, and you know how they fucking do. But it wasn't really man dominated. It wasn't like all this testosterone like it is today. So they had men. John Stride was sensitive in this movie. He was. So they didn't just have her as being a sensitive woman. So it's kind of like they knew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Men can be sensitive like her. Men can be sensitive like her. Men could be feeble-minded like her. Men can be sensitive like her. But yet and still, hear me out, sweetie, but yet and still, that's a message. If a young person saw this, because there's nothing in it that a child can't watch this movie. There's nothing in it like that. It's not like that. But at the same time, it's a message that the young people watch in this movie. This bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't like it. I'm offended. I'm very fucking offended. For Britain movies to do some shit like this in their independent genre that's different than Americans, in their independent shit that were pulled into 1963. No wonder why the sexual revolution happened. No wonder why all that candy movie shit came out in Britain. And all that fucking shit in Britain. and the Beatles came out and they sniffing coke and going up each other's asses. No one knows why that fucking shit happened. Cause of shit like this. This is an insult to sensitive people. I'm not saying that. Okay, well listen to this. I'm not saying because she's a woman, a man can't be sensitive. That's not what I'm saying. A man, if you're comfortable with your manhood, let me tell you a secret about manhood. Let me tell you a secret about manhood. If you're comfortable with your manhood, then you could be a sensitive. You could wear a wig and still come off like G.I. fucking Joe. It's that simple. You ain't got to be all fucking like flaky and shit because you got emotions and shit. All that shit is American bullshit. It's American testosterone bullshit. But what I'm saying is that men see this movie and relate to her. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, listen. We live in a world where a woman can watch a gangster movie and relate to the man and shit. But a man can't watch a movie and relate to a woman. You see what I'm saying? That's what kind of society we live in. That don't have nothing to do with this. But I'm just saying that is a fucking fact. They can watch Rambo, they can watch Star Wars. I can relate to a woman to sit there and say, I can relate to Han Solo or Luke Skywalker. But a man can't sit there and watch that and say, I can relate to a woman shit. Because it's just inner shit. I don't give a fuck about that inner bullshit. I'm comfortable in my manhood, dude. And it's like, I don't know if the director of this I don't know if the director of this knew that. I don't know if he knew that or not. And trying to fuck with men and saying, okay, men can't relate to her, so we can have fun with her. We can make her do whatever she wants, because men can't relate to her. Because I'm sure if they knew that men relate to her, it wouldn't have came off like the way they came off with this movie. What the fuck? Not everybody wind up like her, dude. Not everybody that dreams and wants a better life and wants something else wind up like her. This is such bullshit. I'm offended. My feathers are ruffled. And they got the nerve up here to say everybody over 18 should see this film. See what I'm saying? That's how Britain do. Is that what British do? Is this what British do? Is this what they about? Everybody 18 years old should see this fucking film. Cause it's bullshit. It's not factual. Just because a person, I'm not saying that women don't feel that way. Men don't gotta be a faggot or whatever to relate to her situation. You ain't got to be like that to relate to her. You can say, okay, I relate to her, and I'm still a man. I know what she's going through. I know how she feel about this. I know this. And they ain't got it. What happened to her is, it doesn't have to end that way. What message are they saying? Then at the end of the movie, he don't give a fuck about you. Here he is with the same bullshit. What's up with this movie is bullshit. Janet Monroe did an outstanding job. John Stride did an outstanding job in it also. And if you haven't seen it, it's up right now. Very offensive. Because it's saying that people like her will end up like her. Exactly. That's what it is. People like her will end up like her. And it's a period at the end of this movie. It's a period. It's not no comma. but they got a chance of living a good life. That's what I'm saying. It's finalized. This is such fucking bullshit. This is such fucking bullshit. I don't like it. I'm offended by this movie. I don't like this movie. I'm offended. I like it, but I don't like it. Outstanding performances by everybody in it. But in the year 2023, it still has a ripple. It still has a fucking ripple, dude. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Just because you're sensitive and you want to go out there and you wonder and you're curious and this and that doesn't mean you're going to wind up the way she wind up. And they saying it does mean that you're going to wind up the way she wind up. Who the fuck made you fucking... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. It was two, wasn't it? It was two in here. So where's... Is it this one? I think I'm doing something else while I'm doing this, guys. But I'm offended by this movie. I'm going to come on and get this movie a review. Okay? Just because you're like her, a sensitive person who wants something else, who's feeble-minded, want to have a nice time, whatever like that. It's people out there like that for real. It reminds me of me. It reminds me of me the way I am. You know, I'm not going to say a lot of you. And I'm still a man. I'm comfortable man. I'm not gay. I'm not a transvestite. None of that shit. No sci-fi bullshit. None of that fucking shit. I'm just a sensitive man. And there's men out there like her. They're still a man. And they portrayed men in here, they're sensitive, and John Stride did a good job and everything. But they said if you like that in Britain, that's what they said in Britain back in those days, if you like that, you're going to wind up like her. So it's a message out there, don't be like that. Be like this other bitch that works in a goddamn fucking bar or whatever she works at. We'll change, you know. We will change. Our type of manhood, our type of people, our type of person will change if we start getting what we want or rising up to the top and all of this shit. We will change. What the fuck is it? Oh my God. I'm just upset. I'm hurt. We're disgusted. And we wanted to come on and address it on the air. I'm not gonna go far and say I'm embarrassed, but I'm ashamed. Okay, I'm ashamed. Who the fuck is somebody for me wanting to kill myself because they want me to kill myself? Or who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is... Right. It doesn't matter. She could have just went on and did her thing and all, you know. No, she ended up like that because they made her out to be this and this and that and this and that because she wanted a good life for herself. Because she wanted to, you know, reach out for something more than the bullshit she was under and shit. So she wound up the way she wound up. And that's bullshit. All because she's sensitive. She's more sensitive than that bitch that worked in that bar, in that pub. She was more sensitive than that. That bitch in the pub, she ain't gonna get nowhere. At least she was rising. At least she transformed herself into a celebrity. She was going somewhere, even though her shit was fucked up. That bitch in the bar at the end of the movie, they ain't going nowhere. He gonna get the pussy. I'm not saying he's not gonna get the pussy. He gonna get the pussy, but they ain't going no fucking where. She gonna wind up an old hag working in a bar with an attitude in Britain. Like all the old hands was in British. Working in bars, serving beer and shit. That's all the fuck she gonna be. Ain't no smiling at the end of no fucking movie, dude. And his dumbass, Rick Ashley, dumbass motherfucking ass with it. I gotta go. I don't wanna talk about it no more. I gotta go. See y'all later. Thanks for listening. Bye.